Yes, hello, and welcome to another video. Uh, this is a little twist because I am talking in English. If you're new to my channel and you check my channel, you will notice that all of my videos are in Spanish. But I'll talk more about this in the end of the video. So nothing. I just wanted to showcase a little of my workflow and a little of the configuration I've been using on my computer, just as an update for my channel and showcasing some new stuff that I've been enjoying a lot. So first of all, I am here on my desktop and I am using Arch Linux, of course. And I'm using one of the first things that will come to mind to our attention is that I'm using Wayland, specifically the Hyprland window manager, and I am using it with an NVIDIA RTX 47 Super, which is interesting because as far as I know, at least the general consensus or the general opinion on the internet is that Wayland and is not completely. There's still some issues with NVIDIA GPUs and NVIDIA drivers and all of that stuff. I am not very well versed in that information, but the general idea I understand is that there's still some problems with NVIDIA GPUs and Wayland, and I've been using it without a lot of problems. It has been a good experience. The Wayland developers are doing an amazing job, and what I did is that I simply follow the Arch Linux wiki configuration regarding NVIDIA GPUs and Wayland, and it was some work needed, but it wasn't that hard. And at the end of the day, everything is working pretty much perfectly, except for like right now in order to record for OBS on OBS Studio I have to jump through some hoops, but I managed to get it working. And unfortunately there's still some issues with video games, but you know that's how stuff is, and Proton has come a long way, but I still jump back to Windows in order to play video games at sometimes. So yeah, I'm using Wayland. Everything is going great. Wayland developers are doing an amazing job. And for the on the other part, I'm using Ghosty, which is a very new terminal that has been making a lot of noise on YouTube and around. And it's great. It's a pretty good terminal, and I don't know. It's a great product that I'm happy to be using last few days. And I've been using Neovim for some weeks or months, for some months. I've always been a Beam and a Neovim user for years, but until some months ago, I was using NVChat, the configuration distribution, which makes everything very easy. But recently, I started following the tutorials of, I think his name is, at least his YouTube name is TJ Debris. I hope I hope I'm remembering right, and I hope I'm pronouncing it right. And I think he's a really cool dude. He is one of the core maintainers of Neovim, and he uploaded to his YouTube channel a series of videos called Advent of Neovim, in which he explains many aspects of Neovim and Lua and how to configure. And I follow those videos in order to configure my Neovim installation. And I've been using Neovim, and it's an amazing piece of software, and been having a lot of fun until 1 or 2 days ago, or maybe 1 week ago, in which I jumped back to Emacs. I came back to Emacs, more specifically Doom Emacs, which I think it's an amazing software. And over the last few years, I've been jumping back and forth between Emacs, Doom Emacs, and Neovim. I really like Neovim, and I will very probably eventually come period of time in which I will come back once again to Neovim. But for now, I am using Doom Emacs, and it is great because I am not a professional at all. I still don't know all of the shortcuts, all of the Lisp and Emacs wizardry. I am still a novice, but I know some basic commands and some basic shortcuts. Like for example, I can open here the Dart in order to find a file, and I can open, for example, this little project that I was writing in Go, which is just a to-do app in the as a command line interface, and I am a little embarrassed to show my code because it's very novice and it's very simple code. But I can already, we can already see here a buffering in which I can configure, I can start writing code, and of course I have uh, the LSP configured and autocomplete and all that kind of nice stuff. If I want, I can open another window in the side and look for another file that I need to edit, and I can do some more stuff over here. And like I can have two windows, and if I need to, for example, run some tests, I can use the compiler, the compile command built into Emacs, and I can do go test, and it will run the tests for this particular buffer, or for this particular project or repository, or yeah. And that's great. Like I said, please don't judge my code. I am kind of embarrassed to show code, but it's just an example. And I also have been using org roam, and for example, I can open a node. For example, let's open, I don't know, programming. I was using nodes in Obsidian, and I haven't migrated everything, but I'm starting to migrate some of my nodes. And for example, I have this node called OpenGL, which I wrote down some stuff of one time that I was interested in studying computer graphics, which is very hard. But for example, we have a node here, and we can open, like, for example, another. For example, I have my index in here, which is like a main menu of some nodes that I have, like shortcuts, for example, so to speak. And the thing about org roam is that it is this software that tries to like interconnect your nodes, kind of like a wiki, like a personal wiki. And I've been starting to use it very recently. I don't have many nodes at all, but I am starting to slowly dump more of my knowledge, more of my notes, in order to create this. Some people think it ends up becoming kind of like a second brain, and we can open like org agenda. For example, we can open my agenda for this week, and for example, we can see that using org's syntax and how it detects everything, we can tell I have this appointment for tomorrow, Saturday, which is a birthday of one friend called Nacho. And I can search for tags, like for example work, and it shows me all of the headings I have with the work tag. So yeah, this is just a little. It's not precisely a tutorial of any means. It's just like a showcase of my configuration, of my workflow, of the tools I've been using, and how I am starting to get some momentum back, and how I've been working on my Linux machine last few weeks. So yeah, that's about it. Like I was saying in the beginning, if you're new to my channel, you will probably I am talking in English. If you are a subscriber, it might be weird that I am talking in English, but I needed to. First of all, I needed to upload some new content to my channel, trying to revive it. I needed to upload something else, and this idea came to my head. And I've been wanting to talk about Emacs and about Wayland and Hyprland, even though I didn't talk that much about Hyprland, but still, uh, and I really need it. I really need to practice my English. As you can tell, my accent is not the best, but I need to start loosening up my tongue. I need to get better at pronouncing my English, because if I want to get a job at some point, it's very important, right? So yeah, this is it. It was an update, and I will try to keep working, keep studying, keep striving for that programming job. And that's the same that I wish for you. If you are watching this, I wish that you keep working, keep improving, keep moving forward, and keep evolving. And that's it. I hope you all have a very good and a very happy new year. And I don't know, have a very, very happy and very good new year. So thanks a lot, and see you next time. Bye.